Brother, that's a jam question you ask. So, and the last time I check, I no pass jam. So I don't know if I go fit answer this question. Man, I no go fail am. I no go fail am. Oh. Eh? I say I don't know. I see they find the evidence. Just like federal government too, they see they look for evidence. The last time I checked, Bola Tinubu and Nuhu Rubado, that's the president and the NSA guy, they have not been briefed. So I think they know what I know. So they never briefed the president. Although maybe he just returned to the country, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Say they are good at telling us in and out. Anyway, um wait oh, I just did it late. Okay, let me see. I saw somewhere Najama, since you did there, I saw somewhere last my governor is as if the ground running. No be Jagaba where they hit the ground running by putting hardship on Nigeria. My governor has hit the ground running. Let me see. I think I saw I know he set up a committee to put Obaseki. I'm not interested in that one. Yeah, he appointed Suleiman Ali, the guy from Ukwela, formerly with Channels, then with I think David Arise. We then started New Central. I appoint him as MD of Edo State owned Broadcasting Corporation, which is big up for him. No, he has wait, let me see. Edo State Governor restore Oba of Benin rights over ancient artifacts. See, this guy, in fact, is supposed to get 3 term. Simple. This is why I said I supported him. It's very simple. Just simple. Just bring sense, come back to normal. Just reset your country. If this is all you waiting do for 4 years, was you give him another 4 years? I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. In a significant move to address long-standing issue and strengthen ties between the government and the people, Edo State Governor Monday Baholo has restored the stationary rights of the Benin monarch over the ownership of the ancient artifacts looted from the palace of the Oba of Benin during the 1897 Benin massacre by British colonial force. Simple. This is all. But no, because now all this American Chihuahua, all this uh, house slave where all these new cons are using every nooks and cranny, who believe the world revolve around them. We no know they lost the touch of how life should be, not even how it used to be. We take over power, wanted to monetize everything. The spirit of capitalism are taking over everybody. They want to monetize the artifacts. I tell you, say people way use their brain, bring that into life. They don't know why they do them. They think they don't know what that those things we see days like this and even beyond. Why you want monetize them? Take it back to where it belongs. There's a reason why they were there in the first place. Made they there. As far as I'm concerned, those artifacts should be there for the next 100 years. Lock them off. Just major day there for the next 100 years. Why we put the palace, we restore it to its old glory, then we open it up. There's history behind it. There's science behind it. That's the way of life of people. There's a philosophy around behind all those things. Those are what we're interested in. Look at the money, the way it will bring come. But anyway, this development was disclosed in the statement issued on Saturday by Fred Itoa, the chief press secretary to the governor, who described the move as part of the administrative efforts to right the wrong of the previous government. Bullseye, man. See. They see that you know service speak English. Who give a fuck? This statement also announced the withdrawal of a controversial letter issued by the past administration, which revoked the concession of the Oba Akinzuwa 2 Cultural Center for use as a motor park. Can you imagine that country? Just can you imagine? Now I'm in support. That man should be proved. Obaseki administration should be proved, and he should be sent to jail if that's what the punishment, the crime wey he go commit. This is nonsense. You turn a cultural center, a monument with history, with everything behind it, to a fucking motor park. Motor, how many people get motor for Edo State? The statement reads: the administration is restoring the center to a suitable condition for its original purpose. God bless you, our son. This administration has also hereby abolish the new traditional council in Edo State South created by the last administration. Accordingly, Governor Paulo has restored the statutory financial entitlement of the Benin Traditional Council, correct, and has ordered that the status quo before the creation of the now abolished council be maintained. The Okwaholo administration is backing the initial plan of the Edo State government to build the Benin Royal Museum that will house the returned artifacts and is distant itself from the Museum of West African Art. Oh, God. See, see. We know why we voted him. We know why we supported him. We know why we want him. We know why we don't give him another 4 years. It's done more than enough. It may just a flex now. He can just go on. He can just go on vacation for the next 3 years and 9 months. I'll be how many months remaining for him? I'll be 3 years and 11 months left. He can just go on vacation, come back and resume for second term. Imagine turning it to West Africa. Like what kind of oh my freaking Kai. We don't suffer for these people, man. Anyway, the federal government has also issued a gazette for the recognition of the ownership and custody of the repatriation Benin artifact to Oba of Benin, Oba Ewere too. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what Tinubu said we'll give her another second time, I think. Ah, Tinubu, does it deserve second time? I don't think we have a choice anyway. Do we have a choice? When I mean do we now, I'm being specific here. I'm talking about the southern people. Do we have a choice? Because that is what is going to be the campaign, right? That's what is going to be the campaign. But anyway, and the North are going to come very heavy, very hard, coming close to see as if they want to win the 2027 election. No, it's just for them to actually solidify 2031 that yes, it's going to be their turn. Anyway, that will be the conversation for today. Today we are going to talk about my friend before, according to him, none other person, and the Prime Minister himself, Simon Ekpa Ojuko, the Prime Minister of Biafra in exile. So that's what we are going to talk about. But before then, I just happy that my governor is the reason why we wanted him to be the governor of Edo State, regardless of how people who have lost touch of reality see him. He's actually doing it, and he's doing it exactly how we want it. Hit the ground running with what's important to the people of Edo. Anyway, this was done through a government notice number 25 in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, official gazetted of 57 volume 110. Governor Kwabulu respects the rights and privilege of the traditional rulers of Benin Kingdom, Omo, Noba, Nedo, Uku, Opolopolo, Oba, Erewa II, and pledged the support of his administration to ensure the monarch plays his role as the custodians of the rich cultural heritage of the Benin people. Bam! That's it. That's it. In fact, go on vacation. Come back 2020, what? What? 25? Resume the second office. That's all. That's all. Bring Edo State back to its old glory. I mean, anyway, we'll get there. I'll talk. I wanted to remind. I remember Dr. Damage the watch. I don't know. Immediately after they declared Bola Tinubu the winner of the election, where everybody they go gaga gaga, I said something. I said Nigeria is due for a negotiation, and I have never been convinced now than ever before that that negotiation will come by force, and it will come in two ways: internal negotiation or external. But either way, we will collect. It's coming anyway. We'll get there. Nigerian, you say exactly the same way Oshomole did in his administration. Kudos to Monday. I say we know. I say I don't know be Lagos. They say no, I do. I do. I say I don't know Lagos. I don't know Abuja too. We know what we are saying, right? The same thing. Now, and Oshomole had to do that because Ogbonidion decided to do exactly play into the foolish elite that don't know their left from their right. All these ajebotas where they don't know where they just handle the life to them for without any double explain to them where did that life come from. And when they get to power, they play according to how they see life. So yes, it is in recognition of this that the administration of Governor Paulo shall support the decision of the federal government to uphold the Oba of Benin in an exclusive owners of the return Benin artifacts that were looted by the British colonial force during the Benin massacre of 1897. The Oba of Benin, as the father of all Benin people, is the sole custodian of the customs and tradition of the Benin people. And my administration respects custom and tradition in the land and hereby restore the statutory right of the Oba of Benin as the true custodian of the returned Benin artifact. Governor Okpaholo promised that his administration is committed and will refrain from interfering in internal affairs of the Oba Traditional Council. Oba talk by it added the governor is using his constitutional power and the respect for traditional institutions and the revered Oba of Benin to restore all other statutory rights of the monarch not mentioned here. You have done well. May your days be long. May your days be freaking long. Anyway, so earlier this morning, nothing happened. I took a Dr. Damage's challenge. Dr. Damage challenged me to the right for for national newspapers, which I've done in the past, but now sports. I said I gave an excuse I no fit. But I say middle of nowhere last night. I say let me take him on. Now I put some lyrics together. I sent it to Dr. Damage, making do what you need to do with Dr. Damage. Massive. Make I expose Dr. Damage first. Anyway, 90 Minute Africa is coming on. We are going to go there. All of us will go there. So Dr. Damage is there. Okay, I think no worry. Let me see. Let me read what I sent first. Let me read the piece. I wanted it to publish on National Daily. So of course, it's about the man himself, the Prime Minister. Prime Minister. Nigerian media shift focus to Simon Ekpa amid growing tension, right? The Nigerian media are suddenly taking a keen interest in Simon Ekpa, the self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in exile. Ekpa has been a vocal advocate for Biafran independence, and his message have resonated with some Nigerians, particularly from the southern region. The recent arrest of five Finland Nigerians born in Finland has sparked widespread rumor and reaction across Nigeria. Ekpa's supporters see him as a champion of Biafra, independence, and a symbol of resistance against the Nigerian government. The Nigerian media's sudden interest in Ekpa could be seen as a reflection of the growing tension between the Nigerian government and the Biafra separatist movement. As the situation continues to unfold, it is likely that Ekpa will remain a central figure in the conversation about Biafra independence and Nigerian politics. I think that's what people don't seem to recognize. That this guy, hate him, love him, however you see him, he has successfully put a name in the history book. As far as whether you like it or not, the Nigerian story, either it continue, because I said it before, we are human being and storytellers, right? In Nigeria, as we see it, is a story that has been passed down to us from generation to generation. It's in within us now. We are telling the story as we see it. Where the story go from here depends on us. Us, I mean, those of us where they are alive now. It doesn't matter where you live. In as far you are a descendant of Nigeria, you are part of this story and you are also telling your own part. So where we go with this Nigerian story, either we continue keep going the way it is, or we go our separate. However we want to do them is upon us. But for me, if you want me to take a long guess, a long view of the future, after looking back. I say, man, the future, there's no one else in the future. There's no Nigeria in the future. And I keep saying it. Within the next 10 years, the Cold War that is going on within the superpower, right? With the West led by United States of America and the BRICS led by the Chinese. Whoever wins, however this Cold War ends, Nigeria will not remain the same again. Mark my words. Anyway, so one thing that, as far as I've come to recognize, is that the guy has come to stay in our politics, in our story, in our consciousness forever, forever. And if I want to go by Obasanjo's view of life, the way Obasanjo see life, and not just him, a lot of people that I've seen come to that conclusion. When asked what would he like to be remembered for? How they want the world, the people, to remember him? Asking Obasanjo now. He said that I was here. As simple as that sound, he carried. Said that I was here. So among billions that will come through that space, I mean the millions that will come through that Nigerian space, how many will remember that you are part of those billions that went through? Now that's something for you to ask yourself, think about it, because deeper than it sounds. So based on that, you could tell where I say EPA has come to stay. The recent arrest of Finland Nigerian born in Finland has sparked widespread rumor and reaction across Nigeria. EPA supporters see him as a champion of Biafran independence and a symbol of resistance against the Nigerian government. The Nigerian media's sudden interest in ECPA could be seen as a reflection of the growing tension between the Nigerian government and the Biafran separatist movement. So those who see the TC now is about ECPA, it's about Nnamdi Kanu, was about the general himself, Bro Bruce, you're missing the whole point. As the situation continues to unfold, it's likely that ECPA will remain it's likely that ECPA will remain a central figure in the conversation about Biafra independence and Nigerian politics. Because it's about independence. Whether you like it or not, it's a story that will continue to be unfold. However, that story will end. I think it is beyond we that are alive today. That I know for sure. However, critics argue that the Nigerian media coverage of the ECPA's alleged arrest is driven by financial interests or allegiance to their power brokers rather than a genuine desire to report the news. Now, that's my conclusion. That is my conclusion. Because the speed at which the Nigerian media copied and pasted the same story about Simon Ekpa alleged arrest has raised concern about copy paste journalism and lazy or biased reporting. I concluded I said that could be high. So, well, that's what I mentioned. Nice that I mentioned they fly me back and say, you are not high. The only problem is that you just woke up. The Nigerian media has not changed since 1999. That broke me for a minute. I wish I can I wish I can disagree with him. Eh, but I can for the sake of conversation, for the sake of change. But still, it will not make sense. I rather let it just sit there and marinate for a minute. So 24, 5 years, the media is the same. So why are we still up in arm with about what is being propagated by someone else? I think that's what I'm here to talk about today. Now, um, so I've always said that human beings are storytellers. The world as we see this today, the world as it is, so we bring it to bear, just bear shared our story, right? You imagine something, you put it to action. That's pretty much how the world as it is today built. Other than the nature, the natural, maybe the big oceans, the lands, but every other thing that you can see, touch, feel, pretty much was brought to bear by we human, just shared by telling story. So the Nigeria that we see today, it's an imagination, it's a story of group of people. Because that's another thing people don't are not the perspective that people are not looking at it from. Let me go back for a minute. Let me retrogress for a minute. If you want to understand what the ideology of Biafra is truly represents, if you also want to understand what the I would say modern Muslim ideology or the Fulani hegemony ideology is about. And if you want to actually have understanding of what is happening in Gaza, you need to go study the Americas. Now, I'm talking about United States, the whole continent America, both north and south, from Brazil to United States. Go study the history. No, it's not too long like that. So you just go back to like 400, 500 years ago. You pretty much, you be at the tip of it. You don't even need to go deeper than that, right? Or you have to go and study the history of Chinese, which dated back to what, 3000. That's a work. That's work. But to understand a little bit of it, to get the tip of it, you have to go back to maybe the beginning, the late 1700s to early 1800s. The pretty much that period they tag themselves the year of humiliation. Then go and study the relationship, the history between the British people and the Aborigine of Australia. You will come across a phrase, you will understand what they mean by when the British people actually saw the people of Aborigine, as in you understand the Australia that we have today, the America that we have today, how it actually came to be. That it's actually a story and imagination of people that push hard. You might disagree how they came to achieve it because first, what the British people do have to see the whole land, that territory of Australia, as a land without people and as people without land. That conviction has to be solid in your head before you go ahead. And that's exactly what happened in the Americas. When they arrive, they have to see the land as land without people and people without land. And if you study the rhetoric that is going on within the Palestinian, the Gaza, the Israeli conversation, that's exactly what it is. That territory is a land without people and people without land. If you don't, or you have to understand what that phrase means to come to appreciate exactly what is going on, what the Biafran people are actually fighting, and why the Fulani-led hegemony are also doing what they are doing. Because they are seeing the whole territory as a land without people and people without land. I am not holding them against them. The fact that they are achieving that is where I'm more fascinated about. The Biafran people see that too, say, come on. And that is not try to stop you without trying. That is your that trying. That's why I said if you focus on Ekpa, then you don't understand how Ojuku became Ojuku. Right? If you focus on Ojuku, then you don't understand how Inamdu became Inamdi Kano. In other words, just study the trend of technology, then you understand. Ojukwu actually display what is obtainable at that time. Again, if you look at it, like during the Cold War, every leader that actually want to free his or her people, make move in the 60s. Some succeeded outrightly, some negotiated, some were a follow go. Now, you have to even go back to the forest because all this, all this Malaysia, right? All these Guatemala, all those things, they all too went through the same process. That's exactly where we are today. So Ojuku did what he had to do because what is obtainable. Now, if you want to study Nnamdi Kanu build on that based on the technologies that is available, the evolution that is available. If you are crediting Showore for taking advantage of the internet revolution, then you are missing the bigger fish, which is Nnamdi Kanu, who also take advantage of the same thing and build a tribe, a generation. That it will take now another 20 years for you to phase them out, which is not possible. Because guess what? Simon Ekpa step up to the game and also take advantage of what the technology of today, which is the social media. My brother, the next phase of the revolution is going to come in phase of what? AI and biotechnology. And for you to have a grasp of what I'm saying, you need to go read uh, uh, um, okay. I don't to talk. Make I am currently on it, but I still can't. My bad. Make I go to my library. I see it. The sovereign individual. My bad. Ban James Daly, the sovereign individual, which is the next phase where the world they go, technology they go, right? When I was trying on Dr. Dameji yesterday, when the second coming of Samuel Ajayi Crowder, they come, they run in mouth about how he has a mandate from God to come liberate people, not be church, right? And I try to bring him, say, come. You are still here talking about what your great father, the system, the tactics they use to keep us where we are. Why the world is already on what? Techno religion, right? When you fuse technology with what spirituality, go and study the church of machine. You understand? So again, so if you let me cannot to go far from what I'm saying. If you think if you succeeded in getting EPA and that's it. No, it is a story that is ingrained in people's DNA because people don't understand what 1 million people is. Just 1 million. National Stadium Surulere to foot to the tip now 50,000. 50,000. National Stadium for Abuja make you feel now 60,000. 1 million, let's say 1 million people die. And you think within that, what, 50 years, you just, no, in the next 2 to 3, that's why I say go study the American story, the Australian story. American story is what is going on now. The American independence 200 years. They are coming and everything. Don't they go for 700 years? Then it's still, those days is still coming back, resurfacing every day. So if you think, if the Nigerian state think the DNA of 1 million people can be erased within 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, good luck. So it's a story that is developing, and the story will develop regardless of Nigeria. That's what I see, because the other power too will keep seeing the land without people and people without land until that comes to reality. So it's beyond me, you, beyond just as when Ojuku was defeated, they thought that was it. Then we get in Kanu. Because what again we fail to understand, people we know within the happen is that the world is splitting, the market split is splitting into two. And it's like the emerging one is going to be bigger. I'm talking about the the cyber economy, the cyber world entire, that now different world entirely. That our grandkids, stop where I see you, that your grandkid, and how much of it they do for is Saleko. I would rather wait, maybe wait small. You better build that mansion for virtual reality space for your children because they will spend more time living in a reality world, a virtual reality world than living in Saleko. That's what people don't understand. So by the time that become the order of the day, how do you control that story? Tell me. When, if you like, do whatever you want, the life continues somewhere else that you cannot control. You cannot tax them. You cannot do anything. But again, make a note to go fast. So my point today is the Nigerian media. This is a group of people that pretended that Samuel Ekpa never existed. Because that's why I'm still very suspicious of everything that is being said. As at couple of days ago, they pretend as if Ekpa don't never existed. Say somebody like that know the existence. Like as if they deliberately, whatever, I don't know why they just boom. Then within a twinkle of an eye, all of them, show me one newspaper that is not carrying the same story, the same way, everything are the same. So how a man that they say is nobody doesn't exist, but capture the attention of the whole country, home and abroad, for at least 48 hours, he put the whole country on chokehold. The whole nation put everything aside. Even they are, if they abandon the National Assembly, those ones Rosalie who give themselves $2.2 billion easy. We abandon everything. All of a sudden, there is EPA. And people still not saying that something is not right here. Everybody from TV to paper to everybody was on chokehold about Simon Ekpa. Please, somebody should remind me who was or is or any event that captured the whole Nigeria for at least 48 hours the way Ekpa did. In my lifetime, I don't know. And I make that point that even when they arrested Nnamdi Kanu and people saw it on TV with Anchor, some media house are still contemplating to say this is real. It took couple of days before he sank in, say yes, this is real. But Ekpa on way nobody mentioned the police people that started the that brought out the whole story, no mention the guy name, no mention anybody name. But for some reason, under 1 hour, every media house in Nigeria has the same headline. Nah, unless uh, Adolf Osley and waiting with this guy name 1984 and the Brave New Worlds, unless they are wrong. And the last time I checked, so far they've been on point. Unless the great Professor Noam Chomsky, who wrote Manufacturing Consent about how the media and government work, unless the guy was wrong. And he wasn't wrong. That's the most quoted human being alive. 95 years old man. He has never now been a Democrat. But for some reason, Democrat don't hate him. But anyway, the point still remains. That guy right there is special. Now special guy. So Doctor, thank you for that. Come on, I don't this my lifestyle don't to enter my head. I know I lost count of days, hours, and when we Thanksgiving, when we Thanksgiving again, Doctor, I don't think that na November be and that's why I did alone just come bloom. I just begin see people they drive like mad people. I was going on I say with alone, I was like, holy shit. So when we Thanksgiving, now that you're talking about Turkey for Thanksgiving, in Florida here, I think we are bracing for a chill weather, which is ridiculous. And as I said, the weather remind me of also remind me of home. It's 45 degrees. I see the drive without turning heat on and my windows down. Okay, around 6 o'clock in the morning. Isn't that beautiful? You want to try am for Texas? Anyway, thank you for the turkey. I receive am. Well analyzed, Vivie, well done. Crazy Nigeria journalists and media. True talk. No more national news. I don't know. This Thursday. Oh, okay. This Thursday night be Jesus Christ. This Thursday, I know what's today? Sunday. Hmm. Really? When be date safe? The Thursday is what? What date is it? Today is Sunday, 24th. Thursday is how many days from now? 4 days? I'll be 5 days. That's 29. I no lie, you are the live your life. Don't tell anybody, oh, no be money they say deliver. Anyway, is I was in South Beach, Miami this weekend. I go work, so don't go there, okay. But I was like, okay, what do I take Tokwe advice and just disappear for a minute? So so Thanksgiving now. Okay. Tunde, wait, oh, don't tell when I this forget, bro. Don't talk for talking. Who be Tunde Oyetunji Adesuji? Lion. Abi? I think this is Lion. Wait, let me go. Let me check. All the way from Spain. Me, I don't know what you talk now. Come. Ibla say no. Abi, you know the part of the Ogu gang. Now Ogu dey on top Nigerian sport now. That short man don't become the tallest sportman in Nigeria. Would it be that commissioner for Ogun State? They don't carry National Sport Commission give am. Sorry. So let me know. I hope I'm not tripping. Let me see that the guy. I said na Tunde, na Tunde wey I know. I want Tunde Kpo. I want Tunde Solomonu. Yes, I know na Lion. Lion, were Lion. Your content creation, I dey jealous. I dey jealous. I dey pretty much, I dey watch all everyone wey you drop. I will just dey, the attack I just dey come. Okay, this guy, I wan live this guy life, but with just without the other good news that come with it. He's a strong family man. I don't think I want that. Anyway, Tunji, make I forget wetin. Hey, these are the Ekpa that when Ekpa say we be friends. Now, okay, now see my memory is coming back. Now, this is another guy that this in fact in Ekpa where say pass me. Now them they started way before me, so yes. Tunde monkey àṣẹ wà àbàtọpẹ mi àbá kí ni mo ṣe ọmọ Jésù ni mí náà àbàtọpẹ ṣé you no fit vouch for me ni kò dáa o kò dáa o ọmọ Jésù ni mí o mo ò ṣe rádaràda. So so now because not just that the well Ekpa's part has been legitified before now when the federal government table matter. Once federal government table once the house, either the lower house or the upper house table matter, you don't arrive. Oh. That's what people don't understand. You don't understand when history are being made. Because 50 years from now, 100 years from now, when today's story, Nigerian story is being told, or at the right time in any way, now those characters they will don't be me and you. They will write me, Shami, write me na green, white, green. I get my name has been written with green, white, green already. So I know they worry about that. If you carry book of Nigeria, come out. I think I did so. I will be there anyway. You dey go South Miami. Hey, Tokwe, get the behind me. Get the behind me. Go. Wait. um. So once the federal government table the guy matter, that he has been solidified. But the fact that the fourth estate of the world democracy, which is the media, I'm seeing, but I see this is a legit question, oh, please. When in this course of Nigerian story, one single individual, matter of fact, group of people capture the whole media under 1 hour. Like when I mean the whole media, from TV to newspaper to internet to bloggers to content creators, you name it. Every fucking body was talking about Simon Ekpa. Somebody should remind me if anyone has ever achieved that in Nigerian history. Within 24 hours, either in any form. I mean, if I the closest person I could remember is Toby Amusa, who broke the world record. Even that one, it took a couple of pretty much days. And once it catch fire, once everybody settled on it, it lasts for as long as it could. And that was very significant moment because of the tension that was going on between the political animals. 2023. So that was pronounced. But outside that, I say even when they collecting Lawrence Anene did. I wasn't alive then. This is what 70s, 80s, Mr. James. So okay, now did it the when um this is different that I want to point it out here. Okay, if Simon Ekpa was unique, maybe not propaganda, we will later find out later because the headline are the same. So I want to imagine that Lawrence and Inutu will be the same, being the kind of profile that he. But now, okay, Mr. James, I want to agree, but I want to disagree with you. Tony, I said Tony, I mean, Lawrence Anene was a superstar, quote unquote, was known within the media space before now. As the media don't they talk about him for years, right, based on his activities. Simon Ekpa, the media pretend that there's nothing like that is in existence. That so nobody, Simon Ekpa, no, nobody's in an entity. You have to actually pay to even write like a sentence of Ekpa in the Nigerian media. I don't know if it's an order that was given to them by the top or whatever, but they pretend that Ekpa no dey exist. Now only us wey dey Facebook, Twitter and the rest they see what the wetin they do. Then overnight, boom, all of them become interested. So I think that's what that's what I'm that's one thing again that I think lack during the I know as I know they during the Lorraine, but I understand that Lorraine is a superstar within the media space based on his activities. He's wanted, was declared wanted, and of course, Ekpa disclaimed wanted. Even when Ekpa was declared wanted, sef, how many media carry am? I like Florida because I said, me, if a true Nigerian go once you come Florida, you go see every Nigeria, you go see the Ishekiri people where they dark. You go see every kind of structure like the real Nigerian black. You see them for here. It's just too real. I show you which I they see. Say somebody, he just did the blast to Jamaican music. I don't know about the share. Somebody talk when I live in Texas, but as far as a character like this no day. You know go fit see people just dey Texas don dey too become stuck up, especially Dallas. They don dey too they are losing touch. They are losing touch of nature. I think that's what is responsible. Your your limited relationship with nature will affect actually how you behave or how you see things. I think for the lack of words to describe with how to describe the difference between Florida and pretty much every other state. New York one day, I think Dr. Damage actually bring this one to my conscience and make me understand the distinct difference. What makes New York, and different with other people. Dr. Damage is making me understand that pay attention. People here don't really care about where you are coming from, who you are, and all that kind of thing. Even though they obvious, but there's no tension. Just as in, I could until he said that to my hearing that I could actually say yes. That's that's exactly what I am saying. But I just couldn't articulate it. I couldn't just put it in one go like that. When Dr. David tell me that thing, say people in New York don't really care. For you to really appreciate that, now when you don't go other places for America, you understand. Place like Texas, I guess some place you go see 10. You will feel that okay, blacks are they different. They you yes that. So New York, that no day. And it took Dr. Daveji to bring that to my understanding. California, it's like California na kulata. Na kulata make it actually make me feel like touch wetin I dey see. The difference about California people when I was talking to him about my experience, how expensive that. At a point, the conversation gave him that what I was trying to say with annoyance that California is not for paycheck to paycheck people. Now let's say San Diego, and it take him saying it out loud for it to hit me bar like yes, because I remember a day before that, Mr. Lazada was having a conversation with Dr. Damiji that California, my great place, all these nice and that kind of a thing. And I was listening, I was like, but I couldn't see where he was speaking from, being no be paycheck to paycheck guy. I mean, a paycheck to paycheck guy. So even though we are in a different, we go different, the same place, but we have different experience. That's California. But everything can actually make more sense the next day when he finally they complain was trying to make the point I'm making that is expensive and all that. But even with that, there's still distinction between his experience and my experience are different. So that's California. But Fred, I understand it be like I don't know. It's just like Nigeria. I've been every part of Nigeria, but you get it. So and I think I'm saying that because it affects the characters of people here. Anyway, let me come back to Simon Ekpa. Let me come back to how a man who the media think he's useless. In fact, they don't even think he exists. That is different than when someone says, "Okay, oh, you are there, but you are stupid, you are foolish." Right? At least you recognize that you are there. That's something that made them not just believe say you they exist. Back in the days, during the hunters and gatherers, during the agricultural revolution, if you know what me person exist, just and all that. So that's what was happening. Human existence. Today, they could just ban you, delete you, promote you, just no give you attention, no give you a wave, nobody talk about you. That's it's as good as you are dead. Especially what your lifestyle revolve around public, like he does. So once, if you don't understand the psychological effect that of made them in today's 2024, made them deplatform you, made them block you. Like not talking about me blocking you, or talking about me block like real people just that's how media just ignore you. Put your phone aside for one day or do it for one week, and Notice how much you save or how much you spend. Because that's the, I think money now be the physical way of measuring things, shall we? We measure everything with money. Who rich pass, who bam, how much you have, whatever money. Even gold and diamond self is still being quantified in terms of money. So put your phone aside, just your phone aside for 1 week, and know how you go know how much you save or how much you lost. Then you understand what it means to deplatform you today or for people not to talk about you. As I said, especially when your lifestyle revolves around public. That's exactly what the Nigerian media did after Nnamdi Kanu was captured. They decided to ignore every other voice that tried to emanate from that vacuum that Nnamdi Kanu created. So the Nigerian media collectively just say we no go give any attention. But Simon Ekpa with his craziness, foolishness, madness, they said the difference between genius and mad person na success. The difference between a genius and a mad person is success. So however you want to see Simon Ekpa, a cross-dresser, an illiterate, na somebody wey just dey jump from run jump better sound as a sportsman, he no know anything, he cannot articulate himself, he do dey. You cannot on no matter how you want to see, but to respect what he has come to achieve. As I said, no be anyhow person dey get the attention of the federal government, but this in this case, every citizen. And it take Mr. James, another statement to go all the way back to mention Lawrence Anini. And now for those people who don't know what Lawrence Anini is, Moku na Google na blast go sit up too small because the guy na to them na even na criminal was stealing and killing and doing whatever any human being you cannot wish for anyone. He was doing it. That he was a star, and star in the sense that a lot of people know him. So Simon Ekpa has able to, just what they did was to ignite another candle because and igniting that candle is to make people say, "Come, Ojuku candle never die." Smoke see there. Once candle see get smoke, there's still life in it. Right? Then again, maybe people thought they come. Nnamdi Kanu candle, it just overblown. It's still there, it's still burning, it's gonna stand. And I think that's an achievement, whether you like it or not. I be smart sport person and sport person. We were both recognized as a sport person, recognized by the federal government. Everybody could celebrate that. But he has moved to a different realm of life, which it took me time for me to understand what inspired that transition. Right? And Mama said it is an act of witchcraft when you see people they progress, they celebrate you they ignore them. If you don't celebrate with them, don't antagonize them. That's an act of witchcraft. So this man has been recognized as a Nigerian who has said because one thing, if you go ask the track and field community in Nigeria, one thing they will tell you about Ekpa is his presence is visible anywhere in there. If you enter national stadium in the morning for practice, you go know say Ekpa dey around. Tunde dey here. Tunde, if you are still there, Tunde Diba, na Ikeja guy, na Lagos, all of us train sef for national stadium in dey Spain. One thing you can never say you will know that Ekpa is around just based on his personality, his look, the way in him be the first triple jumper where I see he get bow leg. That's what people don't understand about someone Ekpa get bow leg. Now he get bow leg. So Outside that, him dey paint in hair. This hair, all the way people say they just he dey always paint in hair of different. So the guy is visible, but a lot of people will see that as arrogance. But as I said, the difference between a genius and a madman is success. He was successful even as a triple jumper. So him metamorphosing to what he is doing, it is not a surprise for me. But I was just curious about what is responsible because that I did not see. That is what I cannot say. Maybe not because maybe I don't know him well enough, but I know see say, okay, this is the kind of person, this person, but I know that it's somebody that you cannot run over as an athlete. You cannot take advantage of him as an. In fact, even his appearance alone will make you think twice. Not that he's very domineering or anything, no, but he is just him in his own way. That's what Uepa is as an athlete, if you ask. So, as I said before, champions. I think this is a quote from Shiv Carrera, something like that. Champions or winners don't do different things; they just do things differently. Ojukwu did his own thing. Don't expect Nnamdi Kanu to do. No, he's not even in military, so he did the same thing. Simon Ekpa is doing his own thing. All right. Before Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, before he was kidnapped, before he was however you want to, before he was captured, he was known. People don't. The media could not ignore him. They did everything they could. Some did ignore him, but not all of them. So even when they finally capture him dominating the media, it was expected. What I did not expect, what Dr. Dameji we not even, and that was the one question I forget to ask him yesterday. What Dr. Dameji or anybody that appeared on Dr. Dameji last week did not expect is that Ekpa, regardless of what he did or whatever happened to him, that the whole media will be talking about him. If you had said that, nobody will believe you. Because some media will tell you who be that. They don't want to recognize him. But overnight, he put everybody on chokehold. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry was at that celebrating, was at that talking about what. That's it. That's something people don't understand. You don't capture the attention of a country. So not 200 million people are that for 24 hours strong with all the important medias, all the important, no be only entertainment, sport, media carry am o. No be only crime, every news, every editorial room from everybody, from the most important news station to those who are now into business to those who are into sport. Every freaking person who has one way or the other in talking to one or two person was talking about someone else. I mean, I don't know what you call that. That's to say, Biafra story is alive and fresh, like the very day they started out. Not like when to Nigeria was saying now after Nigeria. It's like you are just saying the Igbo people just begin know who they are after Nigeria. That's exactly what that means. When you say the Biafra agitation, I mean you can talk about the name all you want. I think that's my problem with us. That's and all this stem from the spirit of capitalism, right? We are so focused on the person, the name, some things that matters not matter, not mean anything, but ignore the ideology. I overhear NJJ, brother NJJ was talking, put out a video from the South. They were talking about, I think, after the burial of Andy Uba. was making reference to all these things just started all of a sudden. This is just like no, no. I try to put it on the comment section. No, there's not the way they happen all of a sudden. There's no spontaneity in this life where we dey live. As I said from the beginning, this world where we dey see so now we build and we human is our story. Directly or indirectly, we make this world as it is. So just because waiting there happen, you don't know how or when it started, doesn't mean it's spontaneous. So insecurity no just start for start it just like that, all of a sudden. No. Hausa people say babu utabaya chi. Fire no fit catch for where nothing dey. He say everywhere as in free space like that, make fire just no, it's not going to happen. So there are precedents that led to what we now see as insecurity. There is a story behind it. You might want to call it injustice. Oh. You want whatever you want to, how you want to see it, but there is something. And as much as we want to keep skipping that, I think we can just quench the fire. It no go happen. If we keep finding a way to metamorphose to the next level. So shout out to my former colleagues. Give that a credit that put the country on a chokehold. It's ridiculous. But I can't wait. What happened next for this story? But before we go further, the tax bill is still on the table. Eh, Kulata, make me understand, make me see things from a different level again yesterday, from a different perspective that I never would think of. Kulata say alpha beta go turn to alpha and omega after the bill don pass. And that shit hit me in a way that was like holy moly. Me just dey scream my head out how people go, how you go affect it. But alpha and omega is wait a minute, wait a fucking minute, wait a fucking minute, wait a 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 minute. Failed States 2030 is a book called Failed States 2030. That's exactly that by the year 2020, the Islamic movement will dominate the political structure of Nigeria. That in an attempt to resolve everything through voting, through election, e no go work. That will culminate to another form of civil war. But technology will play a role. But the government of the day, which is going to stem from the Islamic political structure, will go war, literally war with the family oligarchy. Alpha, beta, alpha, and omega. That's a dynasty right there. That's a family dynasty right there. Huh. Okay, it's all right. Kind of makes sense. Ninja, The future is, I talk am, the Nigeria will be restructured either from the inside or from the outside. And again, I think it's Mr. James, credit to Mr. James, that just you see, I'm a dot collector. I like to connect dots, and I appreciate when somebody just, it's like when when you are trying to put puzzle together, right? You play this puzzle, you just dey do, you keep missing it, and all of a sudden you just find that one that is missing. You just put down everything, just come. So that's exactly what Mr. James did when he put it in a very simple way that there's a restructure coming. And no, me no say the war that we in today, by the time the Cold War finish, Nigeria will never be the same. Again, it was able to make me touch what I'm building on my head. The imagery I'm getting on myself was able to make me not just see it but touch it when he said the structuring will come from outside, just like the way they restructure the continent. And I think to Nigeria they always talk about the flag, the map, the map, the map. So that is coming. If that one no come internally, we will restructure ourselves by force. Unless this elite take my advice. What's my advice? Give every state autonomy. That no go solve the problem, oh, but that will buy you time, maybe another 50 to 100 years. Because this presidential system, the way we dey practice am, it don take us 60 years, going 70, but I'm not sure say e go pass 70. Unless they restructure it and go to the next level, which is since America they direct us how to do am. The next level, which is what the state autonomy, the dual sovereignty. Let every state fuck around with their law the way they want. Although even in Florida, as a fellow, you know if you vote, but as a fellow, if you be president for Florida, fuck it. I don't know. It's confusion everywhere. Ah, we human man, that's wrong guy. It's just fucking crazy. But I think to me, the only thing that will buy the Nigerian state another 50 to 100 years if they don't give state autonomy. Let every state fuck around and find out. Which is what Kwame Nkrumah was proposing, United Africa. Let every region, country right now have its own law, but we all come together under one military, one economy, one government. Every other thing, go fuck around and find out yourself. If we don't do that, by the time the two elephants, the America and China, because the Cold War where they go, I never see am. As soon as Trump come, both die. Everybody go see the handwriting. Then what you do with Ekpa becomes the problem. You see why in my piece I say Ekpa will remain the central figure, not just in the Biafra fight for liberation, but within the Nigerian polity. That's an achievement that you will see all these. See, now I hope I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. But what you are going to see from now is all the politicians, few of them are speaking against Ekpanes, especially those with the power now, the governors, they say, yeah, kill them, additional, all this crap, which they know is not going to happen. I guarantee you, these same people will see they use them as campaign, just as they use the Kanu now as a campaign to anybody who will announce a dead political career will put the Kanu as the center stage, aka Hirocha Sokorocha. I forget that motherfucker. See, this so that I don't forget the phrase, my people, my people. That's how far Tinubu government are bad. Tinubu, see, there's so much Tinubu have in common with Obasanjo way of governance. It's just that Obasanjo was loud. They do their own physical. If Obasanjo go fish shoot you, broad daylight, they ain't go do am. Tinubu, well, don't ignore you. You are gone, you are gone. Amechi is gone. So I don't forget, say, somebody like Rochas Okorocha still dey sef until he was beginning to talk about releasing Nnamdi Kanu. I was like, what the fuck is this guy? Where is he from? Who is this guy? Right? That's exactly what Ekpa will turn to soon for them. Because the implication of what the media did or are doing, it has its both sides of give and take, right? Those that will continue the same energy will be there. And those that will now want to stay to say, oh, blast it, this guy was right all along. Oh, this guy is not really about him. Yeah, all this one, those one that will, so that's what is the next level of the media. Because, as I said, EPA has come to stay. He has established himself as a central figure in the liberation of the Biafran people. Whether you won't disagree with one version of the movement or you agree with them, is last time I checked, when a group of people who see themselves as culturally one, as a nation, the fight for that freedom comes in various phases. It comes in different forms, especially in today's world of information revolution, right? Just like when after the industrial revolution has successfully destroyed the power of religion, the way it originated from the west and the middle east. Guess what? They try to reform and refine it according to the brother wey dem carry wey Dr. Damiji carry come. A mandate. They come with a mandate to reform it, but la lie, no go work. So that's what you are also saying. You will see a lot of people that will come in the name of Biafra in a reform. Guess what? At last, everybody will be needed. And that last will come when they achieve that central synchronym, when every discerning voice come together, then the trouble, the revolution, where would the talk will start? When she will the child revolution. Even the followers don't even understand what revolution is. To get to revolution, you have to go through what they call evolution. And in this case of Biafra revolution, is the evolution that you are seeing, right? It will keep evolving. It evolved from General Ojukwu to Nnamdi Kanu. That evolutions continue to Simon Ekpa. You don't have to agree with the turn that is taken, right? But if you understand the evolution of technology, then you understand why it's taking this dimension of Ekpa. So it's going to evolve from him until I said the story will continue. So I am saying this because it's not because I can see. It is because the federal government has able to establish that legitimacy by declaring him wanted. That means they recognize that he's there, and it is worth paying attention to. Federal government don't pay attention to what no go affect them or empower them. But to top it all, the whole nation, as far as I'm concerned, on the 21st to 22nd of November 2024, two out of every Nigerian in the world was talking about Simon Ekpa. The question becomes, how did we achieve that? Is that I don't know. It's a small screen going on here for Alpha to cover up the transition, the evolution from Alpha Beta to Alpha and Omega. Oh my God. Onye na-ememe, onye na-eme mmadụkwala ọzọ. Onye na-eme ma, onye na-eme mmadụkwala ọzọ.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 15th day of December 2022. I just want here to drop a very quick one, okay? I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria. So what they do is that they are the agent of P2B, whom they want to use as a pedestrian to cross to the other side of wealth. We are not here for that. We are here for complete freedom of Biafra people after many years of subjugation and slavery under the Nigeria state. So forget them, disregard them, tagging me terrorist, tagging me agent of Nigeria, tagging me all manner of names. One thing is very certain. After the 25th of February 2023, they will all come back to us. That is to prove that they are two-faced. So when what they are doing is failing, or when it has failed, they will come back and start praising us. The man they are calling terrorist today, just because of it is politically motivated blackmail, they will turn out tomorrow to say that you that have joined this movement, you are a hero because you have not deviated and you are not derailed. No matter the name they call you today, I call upon you, the Biafran people, to be very strong. We have never ever gotten it right this way. This is the time. The foundation that is holding that evil entity, corrupt entity, terrorist entity called Nigeria is shaking. And we'll finally break it in 2023. Every Biafran must be very, very strong. Go to every media where they are propagating these lies and blackmail and defend Biafra. Thank you.
let me okay, ma try relate history to what Biafra led by Prime Minister Ekpa think was you need to understand the Boxer Rebellion. Boxer Rebellion was in the late 1800, 1899 to be precise, till like 1901, as the Chinese Rebellion, the Boxer Revolution. They were anti-Christian, anti-foreign. That was during the period that China went through the year of humiliation, right? Even though the government were actually against, they were against them at the initial stage. In fact, they end up being crushed. But that singular act of bravery, they faced the foreigners, the America, the German, the Dutch, and everyone. That just act of bravery led to what we are actually seeing of Chinese today. Because that led the fall of a Qing dynasty. We started building from there. And the Chinese today will never be the same. They sense the Boxer revolutionary, the sense that they are intruder in their own land. Earlier, when I say go and read the Chinese history, the Chinese were great from, as history can remember, from like the year 200, now their history starts, till that late 1800. They were self-sufficient, civilized. They don't need anything from the outside world. Matter of fact, if Indian buy coffee from their hand, they don't want anything Indian. They want cash. That and a silver that they use. So the British people, they are elite. They don't get money again to buy. They had to start smuggling drugs, opium into China. Devastate China economy, devastate their everything, just to use that money buy their tea. Up till that time, why they stay isolated is to prevent an intruder to come adulterate their lifestyles and their way of life and who they were. Because now when you open, just like as Nigeria open, some people go dey brag. I returns to back to the Christian missionaries. Like you understand? So they paid for that. But guess what? That's what make them who they were today. Because even up to today, they are still blocked. You cannot infiltrate the Chinese culture. Now it doesn't matter about the internet. Oh, you know, go see Google for there. You know, go see Facebook. Every Chinese American product that is capable of doing what revolutionizing their culture is out. There's a reason they did that. Minister, well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So people doing what they are doing forget the actors that are in front, keep the fire burning. But we are coming to that point whereby, because as I said, the next 10 to 15 years, we will go through the bonfire either internally or power that be. I guarantee us, Nigeria will never be the same by the year 2025, 35. No be as we dey see am so. It's not going to happen. I dey suspect as soon as trouble come, the tariff, the sanction that will be melted on China and Iran go affect anybody that have direct or indirect dealing with those two countries. And guess what? We are at the crossroad. Nigeria deal with China economically, while Nigeria deal with Iran ideologically, from the northern angle, ideologically, everything you can think of. Yeah, locked in one from one belt. So that will force tension into the internal power of Nigeria. And the tension on the day already, because all you need to do now to follow Tinubu go Saudi Arabia, see if the kind of reception we didn't get. We're waiting get for Brazil and the internal and article movement. And I think it's interesting. That's not to say they're funny that we thought the focus on Samuel Ekpa. With all the focus on Simon Ekpa, the federal government, that's what Tinubu guy see fine way they see article move. Now only article they focus on. Isn't that nobody they see that is why? They don't forget Obi there for now for a minute. Obi don't dey exist. Even as I speak, Bola Tinubu has not been briefed about Simon Ekpa. But they cannot keep their eyes off Atiku. Even though me and you know they would see Atiku. The only time I dey hear about Atiku now when the administration says something about us, like, oh shit, this man is here. So on the 20th of January, inshallah, before that day finish, before that day finish, there will be crack. there will be crack. A lot of crack will be wide open across the globe. When I don't see the Germany, the industrializing is gone. Germany industry is gone. They won't do election by February. Well, Orban of Hungary, na him be the guy now. So just oh my God, una children like papi, una problem abi. Ekpa go turn hero. Una go know why Ekpa go global within 24 hours. Everybody, una go soon know why. On the anywhere you dey on this planet Earth, make sure on the 20th of January before you go you wake up in the morning before you go sleep. Know wetin happen for Washington DC. That's the day they will swear Trump in, and that is the day we going to hit the ground running. Yeah, according to Tinubu. Tinubu hit the ground running. Until now, we never recover. We never recover. When Trump hit the ground running, I don't know where Mr. go to the America, but I don't know where go to the America. But everybody go feel am. You know, I mean, I don't even know why they try exaggerate. Say the first time when he come around in seven sanction, everybody begin right. That na narrow win self, right? But this time around, hey, whew, I don't they talk all this thing before. Say the world don't change. I've been saying this, but people thought na Igbo while they smoke, they talk. But no, it will never be the same. What did they call it? They say issue arrest warrant for Netanyahu. I begin laugh. Okay. Hi, people, it be funny. They want arrest Netanyahu. How? You go arrest Biden out Trump first now because you go be arrest Netanyahu. So why you want arrest messenger? Where you got it there? Or what do you achieve? Which is not possible anyway. Well, I made to no chop telephone. I won't go arrest down with their son. How? How? So when I hear that, I just be laugh. But within the next 10 years, if they no bomb Iran nuclear facility, if they no aim for the man himself, waiting with that their leader name. Um, I like the name. Let's see. Um, uh, uh, Ayetola, abi? Let's see. Ali Osmani, yeah. If they no take him out, they will cause civil revolt against the government. That's the goal. And the goal is to provoke Iran to lose it, and by so doing, keep America engaged, involved in that angle. Why Netanyahu will carry on land without people without land. In the next 10 years, I will be surprised if this thing not happen because it's going to be real. Because I don't see, I don't. First of all, I don't see America losing. I know they cannot lose, but I don't see the pathway yet. I don't think they are ready to lose. And losing peacefully is not what they are known for. I'm talking about the administrative states. And China, if history served me right, they've come a long way. They've never been this close. Retrieving, in fact, oh my God, within Germany so far, and the so far now will be too small. God damn. And I think they know that. They know that. So I don't know. I don't know. But one thing I know for sure, My friend, the prime minister is winning. But I said I am talking about him because I'm jealous. You know, it's even federal government put you for that in the middle pedestrian, right? Eh, But the days ahead are pregnant. So, ladies and gentlemen, I beg, Mona subscribe, Mona like, Mona share. Yes, future Nina, Nina gaskiya Nina right. Mame zuwa kunuba, sitaorena. Let me go. Need a smoke break. So let me keep on entertained. Alright, go on.
You think leadership is a common case? No. Esther said, if I perish, I perish. Whenever you are in leadership, look at what happened to Donald Trump. In America, where security is everywhere. Yet, 2 times now they wanted to kill him. Every profession has its own risk. If you're not willing to take the risk that is attached to any profession, step aside so that people who are given that mind by God will go ahead and serve God in that capacity. If you're an actor and an actress and you say you're not going to hug babes and you're not going to kiss them, step aside. Because that's what the job is. Don't come and say you're a born again Christian. That's what the job entails. If you're a politician and you can't stand for your people that voted for you, and because you don't want to die, step aside. Because that's what the job entails. Any politician that is not behaving like Simfubara, who will resist and protest when his rights are trampled upon, knowing that our judicial system, knowing that our electoral system have failed us, that any politician who will not stand his ground, no matter the risk to his person, I said I will not speak for that politician again, and I maintain it. And you can see what is happening, because we can't go forward. We calm down. If Simfubara has been saying calm down, do you know where River State would have been? He said he's ready for them. He's fully prepared. The election must go on. The election must hold. Winners must be declared. They will be sworn in. And whatever is going to happen, let it happen. I am looking for leaders who would say nobody will rig my election. And if you rig my election, I will fight. Nigerians, come out and fight. If they kill anybody, let them kill all of us. Oh yes, and thank God I'm seeing it happen. What Fubara did, was he advocating for violence? Was he advocating that the law should be broken? No. He was advocating for his right. That's my opinion. That's my advocacy. We must advocate for our right and stand by it. I did not disqualify anybody. I don't have that right. I said I am not going to speak for anybody going forward except this person meets this criteria. In any case, we have finished 2023 election. It's over. 2027 election has not come. So anybody who is saying betrayal, what am I betraying? There is nothing on ground. When I was a spokesman in 2023, I did my job creditably well, and we convinced Nigerians on what we believe is right. But you can see that in Nigeria, you not only have to have the power to win election, you have to have the power to defend your election. So anybody that does not have that spirit of power to defend the votes in a manner that you would say, whatever happens to me as a person, let it happen. I am not willing to speak any further for the person. So what I just simply said is that going forward, I will no longer be part of this until these fears are addressed. So I did not disqualify anybody. One, I don't have that power. Then two, I am not betraying anybody because I'm still a member of Labour Party. And you can see I'm still fighting that Labour Party should be consolidated because Nigerians are looking for an alternative to these people. That if you want to fight these people who are compulsive thieves and who are the worst amongst us, leading us, according to Senator Ndume, who is part of them, then you have to grow higher and be more aggressive than calm down. That's what I said, and I stand by it. In all honesty, I would have said we don't. But because I'm a student of theology, I would not say so. Because when Elijah thought he was the only person that was worshiping God, God said, no, you're not the only person. There are more than 7,000 persons like you still in that country that have not done anything evil. I know them. So the only thing we have to do in this country, we must not be sentimentally attached to anybody, any politician. We must not be loyal to political parties or politicians. We have to be loyal to the country and to the law. And if any law is unjust, we have to fight the law. If anybody is doing anything illegal, no matter who the person is, we have to fight the person. So in Nigeria, we must create the environment so that those 7,000 that we do not know who are leaders will be able to begin to emerge. If the good ones keep quiet, they will never emerge. When people say people are selling their votes, you know why they are selling their votes? Because they believe that even if they vote their conscience, it will not count. Not because they want to be corrupt. They saw what happened in 2023. I was an active participant in that election of 2023. They did not sell their votes. But after, it did not count. So they'll be like, why would I go and say I'm voting for my conscience when it will not count? If I'm going to take this money, at least it will be what I gain. So if we don't fight, we are...
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2020. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2022. And we are very, very angry. We are not happy. The news coming from the DSS dungeon from Abuja suggests that the DSS no longer provide food for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, illegally in their custody. And we have also read in the news that the family of our leader has been able to raise 1 million naira for his feeding. So when we say that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond family business and family matter, this is where we come in. So for this reason, from today, the auto-piloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be making available every month 2 million naira for his feeding. The reason it is going to be 2 million for his feeding every month will be because we know that the DSS, this same DSS, will be stealing from that money because Nigeria are criminals. The security agents, they are criminals. Most of these people, they will be stealing from the money. So we are going to do everything possible to provide 2 million for his feeding. We don't want them to feed him again. We don't need their feeding. So, but when we provide this money every month, we'll be expecting that at no point in time will they starve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from today going forward. Thank you, and may God bless Biafrans.
Not to come quasi day one Nigeria in the way for work from Tinubu. I was thinking one job. Campaign goes to start, so we go get jobs soon. Since he no go dey lawyer to be again, so we will.
People protested when I was governor. They even called strike. They shut down our schools for months, our hospitals for months. Well verified. We need more transparency. And when you talk about transparency in terms of figures, you show it, you elucidate it. Figures are not 1 + 1 is 2. It's not something you say it's just 2 because of. Tell us how we arrived at it and we'll believe. And when we talk about subsidy, I've continuously said, if we are removing subsidy, what are we replacing it with? Where are we applying that subsidy we removed to? So if you say to me, I've removed subsidy, I'm going to use it to build this number of classrooms, to be able to pull out of school children into school, so we can verify and follow and track those schools. We have issue in health, primary health care, especially issue of infant mortality. Removal of the subsidy will enable us to build this number of primary health cares in different, so that we can measure it. So you don't remove something without saying what is replaced and where are we moving our money to. Or it's helping us to manage our debts. This is it. But here we have fuel subsidy removed, the debt is increasing, and we're not seeing anything. We have to continue our journey on democracy. It's government of the people, for the people, and by the people. However, we need to tweak it where we have some level of parliamentary system in it, like it's in South Africa. So we need to deal with issue of more scrutiny in our expenditure, in our borrowing, in efforts to be able to ensure that our scarce resources is prioritized to areas of urgent need for development, from security, food, all those areas, education. I'm not preoccupied about 2027 election. I'm preoccupied by Nigerians eating today and having a better life. I've said it before, my politics is not about the election. I am not desperate to be president, and I don't want to. What I want to hear is that fuel prices are coming down, bread is getting cheaper, Nigerians are not. You cannot be talking about 38 million Nigerians facing hunger, and I'm talking about next election. Let's talk about hunger. Let's talk about managing our resources today. Let's talk about doing the right thing, the right behavior, showing example to the younger ones, growing up that we're leaders. I've said that everybody, they have right to protest. I've said it before. I would discuss with every protester. They even want government months before they did that. I would sit down and discuss with them. People protested when I was governor. They even called strike. They shut down our schools for months, our hospitals for months. Well verified. I was talking with them. I didn't come down. I have never, as a politician, as a governor, for one day, go and ask any policeman, say, please, stop somebody. Talk less of arresting the person. It shouldn't be. In a democracy, people have right to say no. I've said it every day. If I'm managing this facility and everybody loves me, I will resign. This is me. Wherever I am, I believe that I have enemies. My job is to convince them. If everybody loves Peter, there's a problem. There's people who hate me because I'm just Peter. They don't even need to give me any reason. It is my job to convince them on why it should be. I convinced the teachers why we should return schools to missionaries, and they've seen the result. I convinced them why we should go to the missionary facilities, the Ministry of Health, and build school of nursing and midwifery. You just have to. It's a constant thing. That's why you're a leader. You're a communicator. You listen. You talk to the people. It's not a question of what the young ones. I'll meet them. The agitators, the protesters. I will be talking to them.
The Mogul. The Mogul. Iran Daira say Kenatukunko. I know Nigeria ideology. That's the Mogul say Kenneth is a frustrated. It's a frustrated being. Very political move he makes ends up in vain. Well, in just a learn now, the Mogul, if you agree with me. It is the as it grow run for Nollywood, now so it be for reality. So you know, saying in the act president, they had governor, they had a big man for movie. So he thought that's real. He thought in real life now so you go act out. You know, say you go serve. So it's learning. I like the guy because and he just naively dive into the process and you know, it's still finding his voice. It's still finding his voice with time. Now, just one appointment in need now, everything will solidify. So, don't rule him out. Why are the LP representative? You say will be speak like a political novice. Come on now, haba. Majority of his followers are they not novice? How do you think he's relating with them? Mogo. It's not Obi is not after people like you. People like you, he knows no be Turachi, no be naughty. So it's not after people like he get customers. Don't forget he's a marketer, so you know how to relate to each constituency. Why are the LP representative in the National Assembly not challenging the status quo? Okay. You can look for trouble. Are they still? Do we still have LP member in the house? I think some of them on the camp finish. LP1 carry Tunubu tax bill for head. I be that guy no be LP. So charity begins at home. Convince your representative in the National Assembly to make this happen. Obi is not Obi is not in control of the party. Obi is in control of the movement. And as far as I'm concerned, those people are more loyal to the political party. If there is a political party to be loyal to anyway, because the way the party is in disarray, those guys just they are focused. They are focused on what's the next move for their career. The Mogo, why they talk like this? As if say if you did their shoe, you will not do the same thing. If you came into the house under a party like Labour Party, and when you see the party say no get address again, what are you going to do? You focus on come. How do I come back here? If that this place makes sense, so so you go to watch out. First of all, we'll give it. If APC go give you tickets, they will all come to take. And I think that's just one easy way to get all of them. Tinubu will just guarantee them. After all, so you just guarantee them their tickets. If there's a need to anyway, but I don't think those ones are still in the list. So he's always in a character. Leave him. He's learning. You learn the hard way. With time, he go understand. You know, see Trump. Don't forget the Trump like movie star too. Trump was a movie star. It was a television. Was more of a like a celebrity. even though he has money to kind of patch his way and bulldozer away in, but it wasn't so. Okonkwo probably say he no get money. I think I don't know. I wanted to say his first move was wrong. If you know say he no get money like that, while going for governor. But again, maybe not because he no get money, he go for governorship just to announce his presence. Why not start at that high level? So, but it's obvious he no get money, and in this game, your money will speak louder than your character, unless your character stand the test of time. When I mean stand the test of time, you don't dare our subconscious for, you do on the good side for decades. I don't even see. I think the smartest of the Nollywood guys, to me, so far, are still Surulere boy. There's money idiots. It's crazy because I was living in a housing estate when the guy they go lasso, they find babe. You go, come now. Wow. Anyway, we cannot too. But for me, I think he's the smartest. When you just start that like I see name just see this sweet small for young people, and they just capitalize on that and start at the local level. And yeah, he's still in the game, still in the system. If Balewa could get a seat at Tinubu office, I am not counting. No, Kenneth of Waba, how you go count enough? Now, just in a time, you understand a time. Kenneth is more of is more of a distractor, right? Is more of a distractor in terms of putting in charge of analyzing policy, right? At this point, Tinubu have enough of that character distractors. It needs somebody who also understands the political term, has a lot of no history on his belt other than know the legal terms, which is where Boala have more upper hand. So Kenneth will come in handy when he's getting closer to the heat of the moment, when the campaign that's when you need him to go back to the southeast. I'm going to start shouting. Okay. I'm a bit laugh. God, these people, all these old men. All these old men. These people that were born in the 40s, 30s. Gosh. Somebody they asked for Dr. Demiji show, say why they take history for class, for school. Because the actors, history now people they act. They are still very much alive. They are still either they do good or bad, or they are here. You can't, there's no way. And that thing sink in. That thing sink in. I understand that well when Joe Rogan was interviewing Donald Trump, and the issue of calcified document of assassination of Jeff Kennedy came up. The guy said yes. Say he no fit disclose everything. He can't. They say why? Because some people are still alive. And I was like, holy shit. And this is what, 60 years ago? So we see them Obasanjo who are the commando for during the Civil War. And then be the commando of the Civil War who led troop. Who are the I make these points. I don't make an. I see make an when I was in the opportunity to ask a big question for Harvard. The same people that fought the Civil War are the same people that put this constitution together. Now see the same people give us the political party we have today. Tell me how do you go around that? They are still very much here. So history for you to actually know what happened. Forget me, this, I won't say forget about the Civil War, right? That's not something we can forget. But even the negotiation, the arrangement that took place during the 1960 period that leading to the independence, I actually want to know what happened, how it happened. Or before then, the people that they killed, those that did not actually acquiesce to, I won't speak English now, I didn't mispronounce that. But for those we say we don't agree with your way of life, what you are bringing to us, they will just pay them, they will just, that they dismantle their power, whatever. All those things I want to know. But unfortunately, I will not get to know that unless I go and start. The few ones why they use they give me inspiration, where see they give me courage to keep going. As few documents that I'm able to lay my hands on from CIA, declassified information, then some books. Books are very important. Mr. James make me understand one thing yesterday too. That enough of the excuse that they took history away from our schools. It's 2024. It's not enough for you not to read. And when he said that, it hit me as like, holy shit. I mean, how do I argue with that? Right? Yes, it's 2024. It's an age of information. Information just right there at the tip of your. Somebody once said it's not about it's not about, I don't know. It's not about getting the knowledge you want on the internet. I be say that at the time, but make a butcher that saying. But the point is that yes, they took history away from our class, so that stopped you from reading. Books are expensive, I know, but at the same time, they are also free. But that's I don't even know what you carry me go there. You are right. I know I'm always right. I'm always right. It's a job by job. Now, Bola Tinubu said it. It's big enough. The elephant is big enough. I don't know why una de. Isha parabale. Agbati eni. Parabale. Aton by ton ni. He contested for Enugu gubernatorial election. He lost. Moved to PDP. He lost. Moved to APC. Olule. Now happy. Olule. Hey, see, listen. You should expect that guy. What you just analyze is that he has gone around all the institution of politics in Nigeria and obtained a certificate each. What qualification can beat that? Just close your eyes. Maybe you imagine Kenneth Okonkwo in 20 years from now making the brag like my uncle Doyin Okupe. Doyin Okupe go say he say he know the brag, no be pride, but for today Nigeria, say na very few people go see the years they play active politics for straight 40 years. I behind they put up. So just picture Okonkwo 20 years from now making the talk. We were in PDP, and when Atiku was Atiku, we took them on. We went to APC when the Jagaban of our time, the political juggernaut of our time was running the whole country. I took him on. When the revolution that brought Obi to prominence, I was there. just imagine when you go to talk. The future is bright. The future is bright. The history taught in school is virtually watered down. Exactly. I agree, but I agree with Mr. James that said that that's not an excuse for you not to read, and that's a fact. Who know they read? Who know they travel and who know they read? As far as I'm concerned, it be like to have a conversation with them is very hard. Anyway, Him and Dele Momodu, they the same level, political failure. See, the Mogo, what you talk so, I said something like that plenty years ago about Dele Momodu. I said, come on. Dele Momodu is in the same quote unquote class with Tony Momo, owners of China's. My uncle that passed away, Dr. C, AIT, Ray Power. This current guy from Delta, we get right. They are all the same level. They are all the same class. I mean, generation class. What? They are not the same group than they now. So how come? Because I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, the level just is the difference is there. I appreciate. Dele Momodu, I don't know. I don't know how to classify him, because even though he's trying to evolve with the technology of the day, which is taking his journalism from Concord, I mean, newspaper to aviation, internet based, this is where she wanted to come in handy. Then the transition from that internet aviation, I think Instagram, the advent of Instagram, pretty much social media killed aviation, pretty much, right? But it could not. I don't know. I'm surprised that I think is evolving. It's evolution. I don't think it's I think this is the end. Maybe if his kids can't take it to him, because I don't know how he's that's why he decides again. He could not. What we expect him to be ahead of Showore. I said that because all of them belong to one political family, which is Moshood Abiola. So for him to, Dele Momodu has been there. It's always there. Like it's there. Like it's always there. But for some reason, they follow me drag internet. So I don't know. I just. So yeah, John Momo na channels, yes. So for me, I see them with the same lens, and I'm sorry, and I don't understand the calculation. The Mogo, maybe una fit help me, Dokpe. I still can't make sense of why he decided to go with Atiku instead of Tinubu. I swear to God, I don't know. I try hard to see, but I don't know. I gave up. He should stay with his praise singing tactics of making money. He is good in PR. Who? At Momodu, I don't know. That's Momodu now. That is his style of praise singing. Content creator don't collect them. They don't collect them from your hand. So I don't see him being there. So I don't know why Showore is like a child who failed to grow up. He kept shouting his breast milk was sour. No. The Mogo. I think I will have to disagree with that assumption or that conclusion of Showore. Because Showore na student. You feel say he's been student for too long, but again, in the Nigerian power game, who you are and where you are coming from has a lot to play. I mean, you can't just be a church rat, can't be a riffraff and begin they begin mention your name with this on the same sentence with these people. So that alone, if it's come from that angle, you understand the game Showore is playing, has played, and I think you will go appreciate him when he come of age, which might sound very ridiculous because he's supposed to retire by now. But what am I trying to say here is he understand that it is who and who, either from family background, from royalty, from money background. You got to be who and who to play at that level, or you have to have a lot of money. If you really need to understand where I'm going to, I'll tell you about Atiku more. Why Atiku see David in there. So Showore is nobody, is coming from nowhere, right? He was able to put himself in a position whereby he can see things close to some extent, right? When in the day, as a student union leader, you are privileged to some canteen. You are privileged to sit in the same auditorium with the best, the who and who then, So you observe from close at that very tender age, but knowing that you no get money, you no get anything, and your kind of belief, your lifestyle is not get along kind of a person. It's in inbuilt. Some things are just that's who you are. You always find yourself being antagonistic to anything that society believe that is not, like, just like when you grew up in a house, they are telling you that money is not everything. Good name is better than money. All this and that. It will take you time for you to evolve over that. And so that naivete, I came to understand that when I visited one rich man from my village that lives in Lagos with my fiancée there, with a business proposal I copy from the village where I go to school. But when you sit down in front of a millionaire and they talk, you have to play a character that way, take him to where he doesn't want to go. But they make me understand one thing, that he was telling me that we come from village. There's this demeanor where we carry that, we dey always find ourselves that just like when Tinubu they bend down, they shake that. People say, oh, as a president, but he no even know why when in doing, because it's pretty much a DNA respect. It's sign of respect. Is to him, what he gained from that humbleness is more than what any other person can fantasize. So that rich man make me understand that persona. So I see that with Showore. So he cannot just go along and get along. He find a way. In coming to America and able to do what he did is also the benefit of the fact that he took that part of getting to the senior union activity, getting closer to power, but still overshadowed with that naivete, and decided not to get along. So it's a plus that held him to when he come to America. And guess what? The next thing again from him, which is he was able to take advantage of what the technology of the day, which is starting his own media. And as far as I'm concerned, when people they thought the show would bring nine pursue good or nine put Buhari in. Yes, and it's a fact. But the problem a lot of people are having with that, anytime they confront him, why they always get the upper hand in terms of coming top of the argument, is because when you say show what they do, you miss the point. But when you accuse Sahara reporters of being a stooge, being that vehicle that was used to manipulate the public, to bring Buhari to power, to take good luck at, then you hit the nail on the head. The only defense that will come from me is that, yeah, okay, with just like every other media, just like every other thing, we all collect money from foundation, You see? And if you understand how all those things work, you don't even need to go further. So when that was very cool, he see an opportunity to launch himself from that closeness to power that he saw. Now I can actually sit with them. We can actually reason together. Guess what? I think I even have a shot. So, but the best way to do that is to, again, take advantage of the generation of the day. When I said on One Man Went to Most show about 4 years ago that America, they select their president 40 years in advance, people think that Igbo word is small. But what they fail to understand is I wasn't saying America will say Mr. Wale will be president in 40 years or the Nigerian. No. They know the character that will be president in 40 years. 40 years is just 2 generations. 2 generations, now you go educate them, now you go empower them. Finally, now you know where they will be in 40 years. So you know how the society will be like in 40 years. Just like what Donald Trump is going to initiate with this second coming. That's a different story entirely. So Showore capitalized on the millennia that were angry, but again are so primitive, or they lack the history of how the system work, how all this corruption they work, who they really do it. So Showore come with that energy and stay on that energy, and that energy put him in the conversation. Now, fast forward to 20 years from now, this same generation where in ginger makes it, my generation, 20 years from now, we will be in a different position that we are now, which will be more financially buoyant. And guess what? In will constant ahead of every other contestant that will come based on one reason, because we know him. We go to say he's been there for the past 40 years. He refused to acquiesce. He refused to compromise. He is that guy that is exposing everything. He is better than this guy that nine papa nine do us like this. Nine uncle do us like, because this politician, this grandpa, their children they come home, right? So you now understand that this thing that you are seeing that you think is doing wrong will not be that vehicle that you will not believe that, yeah, you can, even if you don't like him, you can testify that, okay, it's been in the trenches. Just like Tinubu, right? With among his mates, we don't need them together, you understand? So just say, to me, I think that's what I see Showore explaining. It's a long game. By the 20 years from now, we'll be in his 70s. All this gra no good day. In rhetoric will be fine-tuned. He will not be speaking like a politician. He will not be as novice as he sound now. All this, because nobody will be there for him to insult again. All the people when they insult, they'll either be gone biologically or naturally speaking, or politically they are not acting. So we want to the insult. The insult will now be, I know you, your godfather, your political godfather, and wreck this country. They did it, you understand? Just like when Trump come. If you remember Trump primaries, when he assembled all of them from Jeb Bush to review, he destroyed them one by one, right? So again, the spirit of compromise, that unity, he will come to preach that thing. Let's merge with this group, and he's making that move already. I see I get Fulani Claude, the speaker Hausa for we're part of the North, right? Last election, it was making an alliance. So see from that angle, you will know, say, okay, this guy gets something. I'm not saying he's going to be president, but it will still, if he no give up, it will go shine. It will shine in the future when he is a political failure. He's not a failure. No politician is a failure. Well, maybe no politician is a failure. Nobody, you see, People will not know the history of Atiku or how politics leaders they emerge for North. Now go say Atiku 7 and failure. Atiku is a nobody. The guy are nobody. It's coming from nowhere. And he was able to raise to be the number 2 citizen at the point in his lifetime. Guy, he has getting more than he's ever bargained for. As far as power is concerned in that region or in Nigeria. So nobody is a failure. It just depends. When you, I don't know. Because we don't forget the Mogo, you there America. Nigeria is gradually getting to that era whereby the media space will be dominated by the so-called politician that you see as failure, and then go they dominate the permutation, pundits area. Then think tank, there will be forming think tank, aka Magalu. He has taken the lead already. They will be forming and joining lobby company, aka our grandfather, Lai Mohammed, is in one of the lobbies from America, but they have a branch in Abuja where he headed that. So, just like if you know work, you know job. Unlike the Obasanjo, by job bring outside that come. We have to them people to join politics. But now, those way work, you go appoint them fair, you will give them fair before you bring outside that come. So the every aspect of our life, we go to dominate all these people that you regard as failure. The media supported by FOFA. Exactly. So when you understand that, right, you won the argument, then you understand the role they actually played. But if you're the accuser direct, you lost because you say, who am I to actually want to come up or make president, which is true. Who the fuck is he? But the platform that he headed was heavily infiltrated by CIA. So we meet the talk ourselves. After all, when they see John Terry, they go Nigeria for Washington to Abuja, as if saying they go from Maryland to Virginia. Being remotely used to destabilize the country by pushing the wrong narrative. My brother, you see? You see? I know which they talk with that. I'm not just talking at all. I know they don't talk nonsense. People they actually understand me. If you Atiku is a failure, Atiku is a failure. He contested for Adamawa governor in 1998 and won. Military officer prevailed on OBJ to take someone from Yaradua political movement, okay, OBJ, and ended up with OJ. Yes, but when I say it's not a failure, again, you have to look at the power movement in Nigeria. For you to be finished among for that top, you are coming from somewhere. Atiku is coming from nowhere. He no belong to any political. He's not from royalty. He no come from a port like rat na be. In that contest, and he rose up to become number 2, ahead of prince and princess and kings and dynasties and military emperors, and like that's what you just tag as a failure. It's not. He couldn't capitalize on his popularity. No, to become the president of Nigeria, not be by popularity, my brother. Yes, it's a game of popularity, but not by popularity now. You have to be coming from somewhere. And again, don't forget, he offend the number 1 asset when people they title Nubu as asset. They offend Obasanjo. Don't forget Obasanjo know. In fact, if they see the turn time up till today, Suri Lamido came out and they turned to passengers. He was begging. He down the beg for second term. What do you think that one? I mean, no, see. The Mogo, if you don't know, make I tell you. I don't say you go know. When these men they come and they talk and listen to them, they are not talking to us. They talk to themselves. You know, then now when a passenger come and run the mouth, now the guy come out. Don't be saying it's not that I'm insulting anybody. It's not that I'm talking to anybody or I'm trying to put on anybody under the bus. You know, they said it. They said it that he almost neither was begging. You know how the man they talk now. So it was taunting him. So the BJC fire for Atiku one and he vowed never to forgive him. So that's and if you see the ghost of Obasanjo, now only God will fit now go fit forgive you. If it was that politically important, PDP would have selected him to take over. That's what I'm saying. That in getting to that point, now winning is like now like once now you know they come. Like for Nigeria, you know they get to that point like just because you think how now? Yemi, Oshemajo na referrats. If you won't go other in your own lineage or your wife lineage, you know that it's coming from somewhere, right? So it was for him to get to this part, he was a winner. He's a winner. I mean, leave the guy. Leave the Turaki, the Turaki of Adamawa. Now it doesn't happen. You know now. Tell me how many people offend Obasanjo where see they survive, like politically speaking or business-wise, even entertainers. Abdikarim no recover up to today. Tell me, my governor, is politically dead. Alamesia will not ahead Ibori. Like now, only Tinubu could not be affected with that man virus. So nobody crossed Obasanjo line, cross him and actually still relevant today. Like still literally relevant today. It's like you don't offend the whole West. The West be that. Once you offend Obasanjo, the whole West will descend on you. Now be their assets. 2027 could have been his time. But 2030, what he did 2023 was a crime that Obasanjo was not ready to forgive. He knows even give up. Say, you're not finished too. Because it's like Atiku was very popular, was powerful during that first time. Because Obasanjo was busy galvanizing the whole world, while Atiku was busy, they coerced the governors on his own side. So it was like the guy had to really beg for him to come back. So the guy said, okay, if I survive this one. So the fact that, for me, the fact that Atiku is still going at that level, guy, I respect him. Because nobody survived Obasanjo venom. Shebanjo, I don't know how to categorize it politically. No, you leave him. He said, I said earlier on that there's so much similarity in Obasanjo and Tinubu's governing style. Obasanjo na soldier, and in the show him. If he won't deal with you, he will not say na in they deal with you. Atiku Tinubu on is more technical. Yeah, he has a way to just make sure the word close on you. You know they're relevant again. And to me, that's even worse. So that's what Oshiba now the crime now waiting the punishment to Oshibanjo they go through with that. He betrayed Obasanjo by working with Tinubu, and he will never be Nigeria president. No, I agree with you, Oladipo. The guy did. I'm not saying me, but the way the way I see Obasanjo, I think we're a strong man. For him to see who who survive Obasanjo? Who? I don't see anybody that surviving, even from Abdikarim, where's in Jaga Jaga? that guy life because Jaga Jaga, the career was over. If he mellow and doesn't drag power with Obasanjo, he could have gotten that 2027. Only God knows what came out to him. But I think he was doing everything he was doing because it was playing along with what was going on with among the northern elites. Then you know, see, the North were angry with the way Obasanjo was handling, like Obasanjo hand there everywhere. Obasanjo was that guy na tyrant, man. So the North could the only way the North could spike Obasanjo or do anything meaningful is to go for Sharia law, which literally give them kind of bragging, give them political muscle, because Obasanjo was literally bringing in people that a gentleman agreement was reached upon their head, never to be close to power, which is the Southeast. Obasanjo was bringing them in the name of technocrats. Okojo Iweala them and the rest. Remember, say those ones are just now in the name of technocrats, they bring them in. So there was so many things that at that point did not fair that come. This is not, if we don't do something is going to, it go pass, be careful. And so it was actually playing along that political line too. Did you watch Onokwe ranting on Arise TV? He did not understand Tinubu politics. Tinubu can work with the devil to achieve his goal, and that's what life is about, right? That's politics, give and take. The Bible said, "Give what belongs to Caesar to Caesar." I mean, no be so bad. I mean, no, no, come from me, but there's something like that. I don't know when the Bible there is. Yes, give what belongs to Caesar to Caesar. I think he is that leader that understand that. That's why I know the fear said as to my Trump they can, even though if you know like him, he can easily cut the deal again. Tinubu is not living Asu Rock in 2031. That I can guarantee. He will go scatter out the arrangement for that for them to kick him out. Jagagba. Tinubu survive Obasanjo and Atiku cost it. Oh, really? Well, I could see that. I think the man is hungry. Who is hungry? Obasanjo. But no, Obasanjo no see, it's like Obasanjo and Obasanjo had an opportunity, because when I listen to that interview when they give Chudi, when he talks when they ask what he want to be remembered, it's like he talks that I was here. I think he's beginning to realize that the privilege that was given to him, he could have done something other than what he did. And he knows say what he do for Nigeria now. See, more forget about it. So it's, I don't know. I think I don't know. Because the guy, I don't know. The guy, I don't know. I don't know why he just make him just go. What should be his name? Buhari has opportunity, and they focus on his focus on their dynasty, focus on their hegemony, focus on his people. And I said it before, and I'll keep saying it. Outside Usman Danfodio, I don't see anybody that actually has brought the Fulani hegemony to mainstream than Buhari. I don't see any of the leaders so far. So, but Obasanjo was self-centered. Obasanjo capitalized on so much that he wanted so much for himself that if he forgets that the easiest way to actually achieve that is dream, that which says that to make generation upon generation to know that he was here, is to actually do for the people or alter the country beyond recognition. However, that's it, but you listen to, I don't know. The guy, the more I dig more, the more I understand the history of Nigeria, the more I just dislike the guy the more. I don't know why. So it's just so to say he's hungry. He's hungry. What is waiting the hungry? He can't get it. I don't think he can produce another president. Maybe he think if he can produce another president, that president might come and put him in a godlike, trying to redesign whatever the legacy they think he has or whatever. So I don't know. So, but I don't see. Age is not on his side. If he cannot produce another president, come next one, I don't know if he can do it when he's 100. Oladipo. Hey, let's see. Every minute I dey check if I go see evidence of Simon Ekpa. I never see anything. No. If anybody see any evidence, say Simon Ekpa has been arrested, may then let me know. I check every minute. Before, if you put in name, before you finish in name, you could pop out. Now, Google say don't. Google no fit keep up with the rubbish again. So they say give up. No news within the last within the last 12 hours. The Mogo, when Tinubu when Tinubu beat the floor again, I dey always check that one too. Because I know say the tone of the nation would change once that bill passed. They will begin argue rubbish. It is full of immaturity. How how old is Ekpa? Ekpa is 38, right? 39, I think. He was born in 85. That's why everybody they run away with saying him because the news, the police said the person was born in 1980s. So now young man now, what do you expect? Who rose to power? Who rose to the position of the prime minister? Easy. Do you have a friend that is a prime minister of the country, my brother? Eh? Stop hating on him. Oh. Stop saying he's immature. So you are hating like one man with the color across dresser. That's it. One man is beefy. One man they hate on now. That guy is the prime minister. Respect. So what are you talking about? My amiable prime minister. Wait, oh, I won't go. I won't go listen to the guy where they come. Dr. Lameji. What is it they call him? Make I everything we talk. Make I see if him go talk about the Soludo's Soludo presidential ambition. Oh, they never start. When I will start? Dr. Damage is late. Please bear with us. We are resolving a technical problem. Mr. Dr. Damage is on the. Which I will accuse him of now. Which I will accuse him of. Why in the delay? He's giving expo. He's telling the guests, the characters we go come ask our question. He go tell them about he go tell them about to Nigeria. And told all those military minded individuals. We send them after Jagaban where the war reach. Yes, corner. Wetin happened to your PM, Ovie? Stop hating. Nothing happened to my PM. My Prime Minister, dey gidigba. Nothing do am. I don't know why all of una. Waiting. What are you waiting? What are you expecting to do, my Prime Minister? Are you jealous? Do you have a Prime Minister for a friend before? You suppose gather boys, go release your PM. Where release them from where? The person where they arrest that they release. But Prime Minister is living large. I didn't do my Prime Minister. That's what you want him to happen to him. You are just jealous now. You are beefing. It is easy to get Prime Minister as friend before. The Mogo na MC Oluomo na aiming dead and friend. Where they intimidate us for here. Presidential ambition. He never succeed in Anambra. This guy. Oladipo, what are you talking about? How you go say Soludo never succeed for Anambra? Like how now? Are you saying he's not going to win second term? Stop hating on our professor. No worry. I will introduce you to the Prime Minister in due time. Okay. Don't worry. I will. If I know say na connection you go ask for. Don't worry. I'll take you to him. No let anything happen to your PM. No, if anything happen, my PM, nothing now. Nothing. My PM is nothing will happen to my PM. You can't. What is his achievement in Anambra? Oh, this man. Why you can't? You will pass. Come. That they ask me waiting me achievement. That's not jam question. No, I no pass jam. So I don't know how to answer that question. No worry. I will invite you to his party. You go flex. You don't need them. I don't need the no now. Okay. I understand. Say that you are intimidated. You never reach that tier of connectivity. Yes. It's okay. You are still in the PA connectivity. You are still in PA connection. You should connect contact with PA. So it's okay. Personal assistant them. Come on, boy. Alpha, they see our governor, they run, they hit the ground running. We that voted for our governor. His body, they make my body sweet. We don't have to speak English. We they do things. We are running the state. We are running things. Enugu State governor perform more than Soludo. Oh, this guy. Is that no let Anambra people hear you. I don't think even Omoye self, Omoye self get some kind boy for Anambra. At the year, it be like saying na him feed them. Omoye, una no understand things. We need a people's governor, people that will come and restore our dignity. No be person who will come they speak English where my grandmother no go here. They sell us out. Our governor has hit the ground running. Huh? Yeah, you go observe tire. Now 8 years observation now you do so because as it be so, he is free to go on holiday for the next 3 years. We will give a second term. Make him just come back, come resume for a second term. Because we don't already make up our mind. As they just swear on him, the next day now we begin move for his election. You understand? Those who will go Cambridge, we go London School of Economy. When they fail, they give them a second chance. So our illiterate governor must serve again. Even if he don't perform, he's going back. We will reinforce it. But to God be the glory, as they say, he's doing well. He's doing well. He has restored our artifacts back to the original place. That alone is a winner. He is a winner. Performance is not by speaking Igbo to Anambra people. Soludo should show working. Oh my God. Soludo, they wear, we think call those in uniform. Say, what does it include? Kete, I mean, he's proud himself as he's an example. Not be waiting I won't be that. Somebody who can exemplify, with the people. Make it open up the state for investment. No. Come. I'm here. Now here me and you go fight. Oh. No. Open up state for which people? Eh? Which people you want to open up for? What do you mean? Open up for which people? After I don't impoverish everybody finish. Forget all the people in the village. May you come open up for outsiders. May they come, they do business for our head. May you come turn us to workers, slaves for our own land. Come on now. We go enter one trouser. Close that state. In fact, close it for no people. Close it for data people. Close it for Kogi people. Close it, block everybody out. Which kind roughly be that? Now so Obaseki bubu na the same MOU. All na in family name and in girlfriend. Come on, I don't suspect you now. I don't suspect you. They use one black SUV to come carry goes at DB Avenue. That come on, yeah. Don't make me vessel. He's already open it for Kabaka and Oshomole. Those are the citizens of Edo, the Kabakas, the Oshomoles. Those are the people of Edo. Next, leave the state for them to run. No, we don't want outsiders. Now, what do we want with that? The only thing when he go do now, when he go just do finish everything for him, I want him to create a state security outfit, like not like Amoteku, but like Lasma in Lagos, and make Kabaka the chief security officer, make it Okakwata, and give him all the royalties, everything that is due for a police commissioner. Give her in convoy, give her in bulletproof vehicle, put her for state, whatever that a police commissioner of a state deserves. That's what Kabaka. The guy don't to suffer. He deserves her. He is a citizen like every other person. Ojomole and family are from Edo State. They are from Edo State. So, Omoye, close. Edo State is closed. It's closed for business. It's closed MOU is closed for outside investment. In indigenous investment we need. Yeah, for the next 8 years, the way they do self, when last say we'll go like 60 years straight, when they put locals in charge, we have to reform, we have to transform those states back to the originality that it's known for. No be all this fake connectivity where they see that they connect. People never chop, we won't connect them. Connect them with what? Uh, Ojo, I'm glad say Dr. Damage don't start it. So someone they complain. We have been waiting for almost 30 minutes now. I need a drink. Una like share now. Una no get money to give me to do super chat and all that kind of shit. Now no go feel like share and subscribe to. Sure. Now I know why. Why the one man have first no leadership? One man at the point, one man we just dey insult everybody. Say you know they no one subscribe. So now I get the psychology behind that. Ah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and make I close church. Now go listen to Anambra State policies so that I go feel answer Oladipo. Oladipo, come back here after Dr. Damage's show. I will answer that question where you talk so about Soludo, what he has done, his ambition at the national level, his Igbo attire wearance and all that kind of shit. So let me go. I think that's the reason. Make I go update myself on what's going on in that axis. That's why I won't go there. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's come to Dr. Damage's show, and we'll be back today. This is just 1 o'clock here in Orlando, Florida. So, the day is still young. Let's go spend some time with Anambra people. Then we'll come back. Anambra is special to my heart because y'all know it.